Greetings 6th grade parents and students, Mr. Corn here. Today's video will be about problem solving with ratios. In previous videos we talked about what are ratios and how to make a ratio. We also talked about equal ratios and how to find equal ratios given a ratio. Now we're going to extend that skill and we're going to use equal ratios in order to solve problems. Here's an example. So your student may come home with a problem like this. Jan is making cookies. Her recipe says that the ratio of sugar to flour is 4 cups of sugar to 3 cups of flour. If Jan uses 15 cups of flour, how much sugar will she use? Okay, so we have to look at the important information given to us in the problem. First thing we notice is that the problem talks about a ratio of sugar to flour. Since order is important in ratios, it's important that they listed sugar first in the problem, then flour. That means when we write the ratio out in numbers, we're going to have to use the number for sugar first, then the number of flour in order to solve our problem. Then the problem continues on to give us some numbers. The recipe says 4 cups of sugar to 3 cups of flour. So therefore our ratio of sugar, of course sugar first, sugar to flour is 4 to 3. 4 cups sugar to 3 cups flour. Remember, a ratio can be written 3 ways. It can be written like this, or as a fraction, 4 to 3. Okay? So all these represent the ratio of sugar to flour from this problem. Then, of course, the question is asking if we add 15 cups of flour, how much sugar will she use? And anyone who's baked or made any sort of recipe knows that you got to keep the ratio of ingredients the same, otherwise the taste won't come out quite right. So the first step to solving this problem is setting up an equal ratio table. Since the problem talked about sugar first, then flour, we're going to put sugar in the first row of our ratio table as our label. Then the second row we're going to label it flour. Since the cups of sugar in the recipe was 4 cups of sugar, we can put a 4 here in our first box. And for flour we'll put a 3. Then, until the student has learned this, you should put either pictures or something to represent 4 cups of sugar. In this case, I use 4 S's. And for flour, I use 3 F's. Just to give a visual representation of the ratio. So every 4 cups of sugar needs 3 cups of flour to go with it. If you add 4 more cups of sugar, you got to add 3 more cups of flour, because our ratio is 4 to 3. Again, otherwise the recipe won't come out quite right. Okay, so let's see what happens. So I'm going to add 4 more cups of sugar. Now I have 2 sets of 4. Remember, each time I add 4 cups of sugar, I need 3 cups of flour. So for this 4 cups of sugar, I need 3 cups of flour. And then for this 4 cups of sugar, I also need 3 cups of flour. So what I have is 8 cups of sugar and 6 cups of flour. 8 to 6. 8 to 6 is an equal ratio to 4 to 3. And then let's keep following our pattern and keep going. So now if I add 4 more cups of sugar, which would give me, of course, 12 cups of sugar. Remember, each 4 cups, I need 3 cups of flour. So these 3 cups for this amount of sugar. This sugar gets these 3. And then I had another group of 4 cups, so I need another group of 3 flours. So if I had 12 cups of sugar, that means I will need 9 cups of flour. And I just got to keep it going. If I had 15, so I had another 4, I'm sorry, not 15, silly me, 16. If I had 16 cups of sugar, so I add 4 more, 4, 8 cups, 12 cups, 16, I need to add another group of 3 cups of flour. 3, 6, 9, and 12. And now my screen is getting a little too small for my pictures. So if I had 16 cups of sugar, I will have 12 cups of flour. So far, here's what I know. I know that when I have 3 cups of flour, I need 4 cups of sugar. When I have 6 cups of flour, I need 8 cups of sugar. When I have 9 cups of flour, I need 12 cups of sugar. When I have 12 cups of flour, I need 16 cups of sugar. But let's look at what the question is asking. It says if Jan uses 15 cups of flour, how much sugar will she use? Okay, so we look in our row for flour. Well, I know how much sugar she'll need if she uses 3 cups of flour. She'll need 4 cups of sugar. I know how much sugar she'll need if I use 6 cups of flour. I know how much sugar she'll need if she uses 9 cups of flour. I also know how much cups of sugar she'll need if she uses 12 cups of flour. What I don't know yet, what the question is asking, is if she uses 15 cups of flour, how much sugar will she use? So what I have to do is I have to continue to extend my ratio table. So if I look at my flour row, the bottom row, first I have 3 cups, then 3 more, which is 6, then 3 more, which is 9, then 3 more, which is 12. If I actually add 3 more cups of flour, I will get 15 cups of flour. That'll help answer my question. So all I gotta do is finish off the ratio table. First I had 4, then I had 8, added 4 more, got 12, added 4 more, got 16. So if I add 4 more, here I'll get 20. So now I don't even have to go any farther because I've answered my question. If Jan uses 15 cups of flour, here's flour, 15 cups, that means as long as I keep the ratio the same, she will need to use 20 cups of sugar. So your answer to this question is if Jan uses 15 cups of flour, she will need, sorry, it's slow to write on this, 20 cups of sugar. Oops, that's supposed to be an S. So she'll need 20 cups of sugar. Alright. Let's try another example. You can pause the video to have your student try this one on their own, and then I will give you the solution. So this one says, for every 7 sweatshirts that Sam sold, Angela sold 5. So if Sam sold 21 sweatshirts, how many did Angela sell? Well, let's look at what we know. We know that every 7 sweatshirts for Sam, Angela sells 5. So we can make a ratio of Sam's sweatshirts to Angela's. So in our ratio table, when Sam sells 7, Angela sells 5. So our ratio of Sam's sweatshirts to Angela's sales are 7 to 5. I used S to represent Sam's shirts, and I used A to represent Angela's. So every 7 S's, every 7 shirts that Sam sells, Angela sells 5. So what I have to do is I need to add 7 more here. So let's just complete our ratio table. Every time I add 7 shirts to Sam's, I need to add 5 more to Angela's because the ratio is 7 to 5, Sam to Angela. So this will become 14 shirts. So when Sam sells 14 shirts, Angela sells 10. But the question is asking if Sam sold 21, how much does Angela sell? So I got to keep going. Add 7 more. So I add 7 more shirts up here. If Sam sells 7 more shirts, that'll give her 21 shirts. If Sam sells 7 more shirts, that means Angela is going to be selling 5 more. Because again, the ratio is 7 to 5. Every time Sam sells 7 more, Angela sells 5 more. So when Sam sells 21 shirts, Angela sells 15. And we can stop there because our question asks, if Sam sold 21, how many did Angela sell? Well, we just look in our ratio table. When Sam sold 21, how much did Angela sell? When Sam sold 21, Angela sold 15. So we can say that Angela sold 15 shirts. Sorry, it's hard to write on using a computer mouse. Alright, so there you have it. Let me know if you have any questions and have a great night.